Panda Express in the news, but not for their delicious food. It is for something extremely not so delicious. Also, we've got a Democrat out there that is comparing the way we're headed with cancel culture to Al Qaeda and Isis. This is going to blow your mind. Stick with us and welcome to the revolution. All right, before we get started here, guys, I think most people, a lot of times when we see things happening in our society, we think, what can we do? What can we do? What can you do? What can I do? What honestly, one thing that you could do that's super easy, you may not make videos like this. You may not make content like this, try to address things and address the culture and help people to think more scripturally and biblically in this way. But you know what you can do? The YouTube algorithm really likes it when people watch a video through all the way, give it a thumbs up, and they really like it when people comment. So I would say subscribe right now. Take a minute, hit that little subscribe button, hit that little bell for the notifications. And during this video, right, leave a comment. Even if the comment is like, love the stuff, or great job, or hate the shirt, or what any comment, right? It lets people know there's engagement. It lets YouTube know there's engagement there. And so what that does is it helps to promote the video and get it out there for more people. And you're helping. If you like this content, you agree, you think, hey, this is great for people to learn and hear about. That's what you can do. So it's very simple. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that fun stuff we always encourage folks to do. Now, here we go. The thing I wanted to get to here is first of all, did you hear about this stuff with Panda Express? Panda Express, you know, the like quick Chinese food restaurant. I don't think I've ever even actually been to a Panda Express. I love Chinese food. I say Chinese food, you know. I've never been to China and had Chinese food. So it's probably Americanized, I'm guessing. So what I envision as Chinese food, I like Chinese food. But, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe I would like authentic Chinese food even better. Who knows? But I'm going to go on a limb and say the Panda Express probably isn't known for their authenticity of real Chinese food imported directly over from mainland China. However, they are in the news. And it's not looking good. Maybe you've heard about this, maybe not. But there is a training seminar that a lady is saying, saying that they were highly encouraged to go to for Panda Express, and that this would help with their career opportunities and different things. And of course the company is saying, no, this is not true. So we'll see where this goes. Of course, we know some issues with Coca-Cola recently, and this is just a thing, right? Some of these large companies really starting to push stuff into the employees' faces, and quite literally, actually, in Panda Express's sort of express training seminar, they're being accused of like. They're sitting in the room, and they're supposed to be just in silence. They're not supposed to be on their phones, and like somebody comes into the room and is like just screaming in their face and putting them down, and all. This is supposed, I don't know, making people tough. I'm not really sure. And then the lady goes on to say that she was told to like strip down to like her underwear in this training seminar, and actually did it. Like, it was put in the light of this is like a trust exercise. So in front of like total strangers and coworkers and stuff. This is like absolute craziness. And I think it gets to, I saw one of the comments that I was reading was like, hey, I'm down in the South, and this must be like some kind of, big city liberal thing, because, I don't see that happening. I think people would be like, yeah, you're not screaming in my face, or I'm out of here, or what? Take my clothes off in a training seminar? What, am I getting punked right now? Yeah, there's absolutely no way that's happening. But you think about it. What kind of mindset are you going to sit there in a training seminar? Your company tells you to go to this training seminar. What kind of a mindset do you have? You're going to sit there and do this. Even if Panda Express is like, hey, we're totally off the hook here. This is some rogue training company, or even not the training company, some rogue teacher, crazy person. Who knows? Okay. Doesn't matter. I'm saying forget about whoever the underlying perpetrator is. Okay. The people sitting there, taking this, going through this, allowing it to happen, what does that say about us as a nation and a culture? What? This is getting really dangerous. I mean, you've got Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard, Democrat. She was in Hawaii, and she had to give up her seat for when she did her presidential bid. Lasted, all of 10 minutes, and I think she endorsed Joe Biden. So this is not some, super, terrible white supremacist pro-Trump nationalist. Well, she probably will be labeled that after comments like this. So, but I looked up some of the stuff she's for and stuff, and some of the stuff I'm totally against. Like, no, that is not the way to handle this situation or that situation. Happy to sit down and discuss it with her, but I think she's totally dead wrong on many things. However, she's dead right on this. Listen to this quote that I'm reading here from the Daily Wire. And the issue with this, there's a few issues with it. The main issue with this is when you look at our rights and freedoms and our ability to debate them and respectively come out the other end agreeing or disagreeing, as you and I have over the years, it's based on the fact that we are all children of God. And recognizing that, we then treat each other with respect and respect this freedom that we have. So, all right, she's continuing on. So let's look down the path and say, okay, well, where does this cancel culture lead us? You see the final expression of cancel culture in Islamist terrorist groups like Isis and Al Qaeda, who basically go and behead those who they deem to be infidels or heretics in order to silence them, in order to protect others from being misled by those heretical ideas and in the eyes of an ISIS or Al Qaeda. So what is she saying? That ISIS and Al Qaeda are cancel culture. That's what they do. Only instead of yanking your Twitter feed and trying to get you fired and, going on all the big news networks, all the fake news, and going out there and just destroying your name and finding out where your kids go to school and stuff like all these people do. No, they just show up at your house with guys and trucks and guns and yank you out in the front yard and just cut your head off. Right? That's what they do. But what are they saying about this? Why do they do this? And this is what she's saying. Well, because these people have dangerous ideas that can't be heard. Our sensitive ears can't possibly listen to these dangerous ideas. And so in order to silence you, we're going to come to your house and kill you. And it was all for the greater good, for Allah, for Islam, right? That's what they do. Well, that's exactly what people do today in the United States. Maybe they don't cut people's heads off as of yet, as of right now. I hope it never gets there. But that is kind of the end state. And there's no doubt in my mind that some of these people, they absolutely would if they thought they could get away with it. Just you can see the seething hatred coming out of some of these folks. And the things they say, it's like they'll say stuff. They're probably never actually going to do that, but they'll say it. And so what is this, though? What is this? We're getting to the point where our society is becoming, a lot of people in our society are becoming such drones, like a hive mindset, just sheep being led around to where when you go to a work seminar and they start telling you to take your clothes off because this is a trust training, like you do it. Now, I'm not blaming this lady. I'm sure the pressure there was really high. You can go look up the the Milgram obedience study and the Ash conformity study, and you see that the social pressures, even when there's no danger of losing your job or no danger of physical violence, the pressure to conform is so high that we often do many things that we would never ordinarily do. So I'm not blaming this person or these people. Please understand that. I am not saying like these people are such. I'm saying our society is gearing folks not to be individuals, gearing folks not to think along the lines of I am an individual person created in the image of God. You are not going to tell me to sit here and do this or sit here and promote this. You're not going to tell me to be quiet. See, this is what Tulsi Gabbard is saying. We are all God's children. What's she saying? We're in the image of God. Things like freedom of speech come from God. Now, are there limits on speech? Of course. You can't walk in with a group of 20 guys into a Walmart and light torches and be like, hey, you see that dude over there running the produce? He's horrible. Let's get him. Let's kill him right now. And then those guys just step back and don't actually do anything. They were just like, chanting on everybody else. You can't do that. That's literally inciting violence. Okay. Now Trump going to the Capitol building and saying some things that maybe, he could have used some more couth. But I mean, he then says, we don't want to be violent. Please stop the rioting. I think he even came out and said, when that was happening. I saw some clips of other people that were there giving speeches and stuff with megaphones and stuff saying, hey, listen, we don't do violence, but we are going to go peacefully protest. So again, if somebody says, hey, let's peacefully protest, let's stand here in opposition, but not get violent, and then somebody gets violent, you can't blame the person that said, hey, let's not get violent, right? But we're in a society that we just memory hole things, right? 1984, Orwell, right? We just memory hole stuff. It's like somebody comes out and says, hey, let's go to the Capitol and peacefully protest, literally says that, and then people take it the wrong way, or there's video clips of like cops literally letting people in. So, I mean, hey, but then we have people that are literally killing people and burning stuff down, and folks are like, oh, it's mostly peaceful protest. What kind of morons do they think we are? Well, again, I'm not trying to be, I'm not downing the people at Panda Express that were in this training, but I am saying, what kind of morons do they think we are? They think we're the kind of people that are going to sit there and take our clothes off in a business training. Just because some dude said so. They're the teacher. They're the informed one. They're the scientist. They're the intellectual. They're the academic. They're smarter than you. They're better than you. This is why Fauci can go out there. I don't even know why I'm getting on Fauci, but this is why Fauci can go out there. Wear the masks and then don't wear the masks. And it's probably a horrible Fauci impression, but I'm going to try it. And maybe in 14 years, we can think about taking the double masks off. This guy has been on all sides of the issue all along, and you can go to a clip where he's pro this thing, and then you can go to a clip where he's against this thing. He's just playing all sides because he's, again, just a political hack. He's a guy who probably is very smart, probably got good grades in college. I don't know. That doesn't mean anything, though. So what? Lots of people get good grades in college and shouldn't be influencing public policy. But we're in a society where that's what we do. And how do we get from canceling people on Twitter to cutting people's heads off? Well, the cancellation continues and ramps up, and then somebody creates something other than Twitter, like they did with Parler, and then Amazon and all the big tech companies basically got together and shut them down, right? Hopefully they're getting sued, and hopefully they'll pay the price for that, because that is absolutely antitrust. That's collusion. Hello. But anyway, I digress. It goes from that to, but these people are still talking. These people are now going door to door to their neighbors. These people, well, we have to stop this. How do we stop this? We shut down their Twitter. We got them fired, and yet they're still out there. They're still talking. Somebody else picked them up on a different YouTube channel. How do we stop them? Well, you know how Al Qaeda stops them? They drive to their house and cut their head off. That stops them. This is what's happening, folks. Now, speaking of Panda Express, right? It's a Chinese food fast chain, chain restaurant. No direct connection that I'm aware of to communist China. But in China, in communist China, you can go look this up. The Chinese social credit system Do not go watch the movie because I think there was some bad stuff in it, violence, cursing, things like that. So don't go watch it if you're watching this, but you can take my word for it. Maybe go watch a clip on YouTube. Do you remember the movie Demolition Man? Demolition Man, where like if he curses, there's like this box on the wall that like does this credit thing, like, oh, you got a demerit. You've got 3 credits in a row. The police are coming. They have that in China. Obviously, it's not paper coming out of the wall. That they have a social credit system where if you get your grade goes down to a certain level or whatever, you can be refused access to services, like you can't get on a train, you can't leave the country or travel, and if your score goes up, of course, by kissing behind the Communist Party and being a good citizen, which who decides that? The communist government decides what's good. But that is literally happening, not in the future, not in somebody's imagination, not on a TV show. It's happening right now, today, in China. This is where this can go. This is where this can take us if people don't stand up and realize we are made in the image of God. We are children of God. Government didn't give us the right of free speech. Government did not give us the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those came from God. It is government's obligation and duty to protect those rights. We don't get them from government. Okay? Government's supposed to protect us from these people like Big Tech and Panda Express, right? Government's supposed to protect them from stopping us to have the freedom that God has given us. So again, I hope this has given you some perspective to think about, some things to go and maybe research and look at. But I'm going to say it again. What do you do? What can we do? Well, you can do something very simple. Get this video a better rating and a better chance through the algorithms on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content. Comment, even if it's like thumbs up on the comments. You get thumbs up and then thumbs up the comment, whatever. But anyway, that's something small that you can do to show solidarity, to show, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna make videos, but I'm gonna push this guy who's in that really cool Voltron shirt, and he's pushing the videos. Okay, I'm sure they're gonna be coming after Voltron. They're already coming after. You can go watch the other video that we're going to put a link to right here. You can go watch that one. They're already coming for Dr. Seuss, Speedy Gonzalez, so I'm sure it won't be too long before they're after Voltron and G.I. Joe and some of these old classics. Anyway, I digress once again. Hope this has been helpful for you guys. Again, we will catch you on the next video, and you are part of the revolution. Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed that content from BreadBreakers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Definitely follow us on social media. We're going to throw up a couple of suggestions here on the screen for things that we think you might enjoy. As always, God bless you, and we'll catch you on the next video.